am going no contact with my sisters, even though I promised I wouldn't, because they are freeloaders.
Listen, sometimes you can break promises. That's fine.
So, for context, the sisters in question, all fake names, are Darcy, 25, and Luan, 18, both unemployed. Darcy has 2 cats, Luan has 3 cats, and I, 24 female, have 8. By the way, this comes from user UB2000, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit.
Yes.
So, they moved back in late August of this year after repeatedly telling us they'd be going back to their own home soon. They never went back. Before they lost their home, Luan had me promise to never leave her. However, much has changed since I made that promise. I am also 2 months post-sepsis diagnosis, currently still in recovery. Yes, which is incredibly rough.
Very.
The thing is, going no contact with Darcy would be a piece of cake with buttercream frosting, easy and oh so sweet. She steals my food, my clothes, and even my laundry detergent. She tried convincing me I used half the container in a month, even though when I got home from the hospital, I couldn't even lift it off of the shelf.
Not the laundry sauce.
Yeah, she's trying to gaslight you about laundry sauce right now? What flavor of laundry sauce do you guys use? She's also highly immature mentally and emotionally and goes to extremes when she's upset. We get into arguments a lot. I've worked almost every single day since just 2 weeks after coming home from the hospital after nearly passing away, and I'm trying my best.
Boy.
I still managed to get some packing done here and there as I'm finally moving out next month.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Ow, ow, ow.
Yay. Congrats.
However, Darcy stays at home all day, sleeps through most of it, but claims she's cleaning the house while I sit on my behind when I'm home and contribute nothing. This is total BS considering I'm the only one financially caring for all 13 cats on top of refilling their water. Luan just dumps their food on paper plates on the floor despite me reminding her several times I've bought numerous bowls they can use. Darcy doesn't do anything for the cats, not even just scooping the litter boxes. Darcy is the sister I stole a cat from though.
What?
So her doing the bare minimum for the cats is not surprising.
Yeah.
By the way, the ruse is still going strong. The mental gymnastics I've had to perform to keep up the lie that Freddy is actually Freddy's son Fred should earn me a gold medal. I'm assuming that is the cat.
Yeah.
It's like no, this isn't Freddy. This isn't your cat. It's Freddy, the son of Freddy.
Right.
Son of Frederick.
Of course.
He still clings to me and is still very much my cuddle buddy. I buy the food, the litter, and am on water duty because I have the most cats. Also, because I'm the only one who seems to notice and or care when the bowls are empty. I'm also packing my stuff, which includes a great deal of sorting and cleaning. I asked Darcy what she had done besides laundry recently, and she mentioned a room she had cleaned 2 weeks prior. That was it. I mean, what? 1 room in 2 weeks?
Listen, that's impressive.
I mean, eventually, in a couple years, you'll be able to clean the whole house. During one argument, she got close and breathed in my face. She had bronchitis and was aware of it, and I've been struggling with it for 2 weeks now.
Oof.
My breathing at night sounds like a dog toy. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Just,
like that one squeaky toy from Toy Story?
yes, the squeaky.
Yeah.
What was his name? Petey or something?
No, it had something to do with his voice, I think. It was like
It was-
raspy or something.
I don't know. Is that Penguin? If I can help it, I'd rather not be around her or anyone like her. Luan is a different story. She was the only person who helped me when I got home from the hospital. My mom, 86, did not grasp how serious it was that I had gone into septic shock. Briefly, but still. And my body needed to recover. Darcy acted like I was acting entitled for asking for help with things like getting drinks, making some buttered toast, and getting to the bathroom. These were things I genuinely could not do myself for the first week. Like I said, Luan was very helpful to me then and the most empathetic, but the difference a month and a half can make is astounding. After that first week, Luan started having severe chest pains from severe anxiety. However, she and Darcy went around telling people that Luan had a tear in her heart and had to relax more so it wouldn't remove her from this mortal plane.
What?
Okay. Who lies about that?
Yeah, why would you?
Wow, who lies about that? That's absurd.
That's crazy.
That's a very complex line too, because I don't know, doing all that to get attention, maybe.
Yeah, I have a tear in my heart. It's like maybe lie about something a little simpler. Like I don't know. I have
Not so, like,
I have an
critical?
ulcer. I don't know.
That's just like, I would only believe that that's a lie if someone like lies all the time about crazy stuff, but I really doubt that this situation.
She went to 2 different ERs and neither of them ever mentioned a tear in her heart. Luan still used that excuse as to why she couldn't do more than just lay in her and Darcy's room. It felt offensive considering everything I had been through, and it stung that she was being coddled for this imaginary tear when I couldn't even get much support. Darcy is very much responsible for the majority of Luan's coddling. Luan uses her anxiety and stress as an excuse to not get a job. She was put on medication but took herself off it because she said it didn't feel like the same medicine anymore. Darcy reassures her that she doesn't have to get a job until she's ready, but I'm lazy for taking a day off after having an emotional breakdown from 3 panic attacks in one day.
Oof.
Yeah, there's always it sounds like there's a little golden child thing going on here with Luan.
Yeah.
He's also the youngest. So it's like,
that'll do it.
that'll do it. The emotional pain, seeing the contrast of treatment day by day, is just too much for me to sustain. I know it doesn't seem fair to cut contact for something that isn't entirely her fault, but it's not just the coddling she gets. For the past month, Luan just hasn't seemed interested in staying in my life. She hardly comes out of her room, and when I ask if she'd like to go to the store with me or to look at houses, she says no. Granted, I always chose house tours earlier in the morning because my grocery shopping job is very much a time is money job. It still hurts that given she has nothing else to do in the day, she chose not to just go to sleep earlier and come with me. She also contributes nothing to the house, like at all. She doesn't clean or do laundry. She doesn't wash dishes unless she's about to use one. She just sleeps and plays games all day. She claims she needs to rest for her mental health. When she gets some money by delivering food with her mom, she spends it on herself, but I'm a leech for not contributing every month to bills. I do when I can, an agreement I made with my mom, even though I pay for all of the cats and for all of my stuff.
That's a lot of cats to pay for.
Yeah, this is a lot. Like, that is
Lot of
not a small investment.
Not at all.
It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, double, triple standards
Absolutely.
in the household, it seems.
Absolutely.
Another issue I have with my sisters is that they are still on good terms with the family members who have gone after and threatened me.
Ooh.
The most current threat is that if I'm not moved out by January 1st, their mother and grandmother are coming over, attacking me and physically forcing me out, something they cannot legally do. They have also intentionally tried to ostracize me in the house. Their mother has bought everyone but me food, shirts, and water, etc., and told them I was not allowed to have any of it. Stella, get out of there as fast as you can. Their grandmother has done the same. They did this knowing at the time I did not have the resources to get much food or water. When Darcy, Luan, and my mom get invited to holidays, they're explicitly told I'm not allowed. I haven't shown up to a family holiday function in over 6 years since I cut them off, but it's still clear what they're doing. What's crazy is they're mad at me for an incident all 3 of us were involved in. They claim it was all me and I was the mastermind who manipulated the others into following my plan.
Oh my gosh.
No, I cannot elaborate further for legal purposes. My sisters know they are equally at fault, but still allow my mistreatment. When I move out, I want it to be a fresh start, a release from all the toxicity and attacks I've been under. I'm worried I won't have that if I allow them to stay in my life. I'm also somewhat worried that when hits the fan and their anger is focused on them for causing my mom to spend her fixed income on them, and also without me as the scapegoat, they'll try and fork their cats over to me. Also, with me gone, Luan will have to spend her money on cat food and litter, and knowing that her manipulative mother may cut her off because she's been wanting Luan to live with her again. When that happens, it will be a storm because my mom cannot provide for 5 cats. I don't want to be involved in that, but my sisters have a habit of pulling me into drama I want no part of. Unlike their family, I run on cartoons, music, and Storytime.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Not drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least not your drama.
Not
Hear about everyone else's drama on Reddit.
And by the way, you can take that drama over and listen to full episodes with stories like this. Just go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, and search OK Storytime, and there you will find us.
Yes.
And there we will be. So we do have a little bit more
Let's get into
of the
it.
story here, but I think it's clear, like, Stella, you gotta get out of there. Clearly, these people it's gone so far south, and I don't think that you would be the a-hole for also breaking it off with Luan, because I think at this point, like, they're not in a place where they can be there for you, and they're also probably going to get the hooks put in them from the rest of the family, and and eventually just get on the Stella bashing train. So I think you can just remove yourself entirely from the equation and go thrive.
Yes.
Without this, you know, these big old monkeys on your back.
Right, because roommates are hard enough. I mean, speaking as someone who doesn't have roommates, except for my family, but like,
That's
but I've
roommates.
heard so many stories of roommates.
What do you mean?
being
Family is
so
basically
rough. Yeah.
hardcore roommates.
Yeah, I guess so. But I've lived with them long enough, and like I'm
default roommates.
so busy that I'm like not home enough to like have it be a problem. But you know, roommates are always tough, and this is just like an extra level of difficulty with these roommates, of them just like actually just bashing on you now. And so just get yourself away from that. That will make things better, and it might save your relationship with some of these people too. Just distance.
Yeah. Hey, good news is that you can totally get out of there.
Yeah.
The tricky thing is going to be like, especially with like the cats, like I know you're probably going to feel like obligated, but it's like you got to start this new phase by just looking out for yourself.
Yes.
Anyway, let's finish the story. Every time I bring it up to prepare them when they start making plans for the future with me in it, they at one point plan to host Christmas dinner at my new home and invite the sister I'm still pissed at for stealing my cat and degrading his health with Darcy's aid without even asking me. Lucy gets upset and reminds me about the promise. I am not a breaker of promises, but I need the chance to actually recover from everything I've been through mentally and physically, and I don't see that happening with them still in my life. So would I be the a-hole if I broke my promise and went no contact? So when it comes to that, you need to have a sit down heart to heart with Luan, with your sister, and just tell her where you're at and be like, you know, I don't want to leave. Because it sounds like you really don't. It sounds like you think no contact has to happen for you to be able to have like a clean break now that she's kind of begun to switch up. But I think if you go to her and just like have a person like heart to heart, sister talk, be like, look, I'm not like doing this, because you can go no contact if you really feel like you need to be alone away from your family. I think you can do that.
Yeah.
But you should let her know it's like this is not your fault, right? It's like it's just everything has gotten so messy. I need to wipe the slate. I need a reset.
Right. Because you don't know what's gonna happen in the future, and so like you can make that promise, and you're probably in a bit of a better situation at that point, you know? So it's like if at that point it seemed probably easy to be like, no, I promise I won't go no contact. Like that's not going to happen. Love you guys. You know what I mean? But at a certain point, you know, things get worse. And like you were saying, you just need to look out for yourself. And if they've pushed you to that point where that's going to help, then that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do.
I can definitely see the concern for the younger sister though, especially because she's like, I mean, 18's a hard age to like figure it out, and like yeah, it makes sense. Like she's sleeping a lot, or she's in her room a lot, and she's just kind of like isolating. It's like it sounds like there's a lot going on for everybody, but
yeah,
I would definitely say not the a-hole. Just just have a convo.
Not at all.
Have the convo. Do what you got to do for yourself.
Not at all.
But that is the end.